Yeah, g'day everyone. This is our first video. We thought we'd get together and help Australia understand what's happening with NABBA. So welcome everyone, and welcome Lee.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's good to see you, mate, and thanks so much for your time.
It's been so long. I only saw you yesterday.
Yeah, I know, but I appreciate it, mate. And thanks very much for your time. Okay, so we want to just touch on what's happened in NABBA. I guess you know, NABBA being around since 1948. It's been a long time, and over the you know, the decades, we've seen some wonderful athletes come through, including yourself in 2013 as Mr. Universe.
Yes.
That was your last competition, right?
It was, yes, my last one. That's almost, what, 7 years ago. Yeah. How time flies.
Yeah. And what's been happening with you since then?
Well, after the Mr. Universe, I was just promoting NABBA 2014 and 15. I was going to prepare for the Worlds, and then got hit. Well, a car crashed into me and messed my neck up. So for the last 5.5 years, not much.
Not much. Yeah.
Had one neck operation. Got to get another neck operation, which I'll eventually get. Yeah, but now just try and do a little bit here and there. But no, not much.
Okay.
Got to put everything on hold.
Yeah, but you're still training, right?
Yeah, I go in the gym.
Yeah.
Training's an operative word, but you know, socialise.
So now, I guess from this perspective, I mean, NABBA has been a love of yours since you won the Universe, and of course even before that with the greats that have come through. But there's been an opportunity for you to take on NABBA in Australia and take it to the next level. So just maybe let's touch on that for a little while, and let's talk about what maybe have happened over the last maybe 10 to 20 years in NABBA and where we are today.
I hope to take it to the next level. You know, the previous person that was running NABBA in Australia, you know, nothing against them in the beginning, great job. But then slowly, to me, it's like the IFBB. You got the IFBB, you had NABBA, you have all these other organisations. So, you know, NABBA was always a good standalone organisation, and sadly, the previous person was trying to combine it with another organisation, and to me, that would be like the IFBB trying to incorporate INBA together and stuff like that, having the one person do both, because you know, you can't really run two organisations to the utmost ability, especially when you can see favouritism going towards another organisation. So NABBA itself should always be a standalone organisation. So when the opportunity come up, you know, and Eddie asked me would I be interested in doing it, you know, I'm sort of, yeah, but you know, I got people that like me or hate me, but when it comes to bodybuilding, I'm still a competitor. And when I competed, I didn't really care if it was IFBB, NABBA or whatever, or in the States when I went to the PDI and got suspended, because if you love competing, and whoever you compete with, if they treat the athlete well and they put on a great show, you're going to go back and you're going to go back. So I could never understand the rivalry between organisations, and if you compete here, you can't compete there. All I wanted was for any athlete who loves competing to be able to compete where they want. So if the IFBB had a show this weekend, you could do it. You're in shape, so if NABBA had a show the following weekend, why not do it? You know, powers that be here and there would get upset. But to me, it's like people that love to compete and they love the sport just want to compete. So just give them a platform where they can compete, be judged fairly, be the best on the day wins. None of this, he trains at my gym, or this coach is going to be judging such and such. So whoever's the best on the day wins. And like I said, you know, a lot of people too got into this, I think, promoting to make money, which, you know, making money is good, but I'm not in it to make money. It's just to give the athletes who train their asses off and compete, men and women, a good platform to compete and just have a great experience.
Oh, that's excellent, Lee, and I think that's you know, that's a really good foundation stone for the new NABBA in Australia. I mean, if we go back to the early 80s where NABBA originally started, 1980s, for those 20 years up to the 2000s, it was very, very strong. There's a lot of people still around in Australia that remember the NABBA days of that time, and unbelievably they've come back, haven't they? They're all want to get involved now.
You're going to get a few. There's a few being involved too, but even, you know, there's always that risk too when you're starting a new one, because you already have the ones that have been established. You know, Tony's doing a great job with the IFBB and stuff like that. You know, that's totally different to NABBA and stuff. So, you know, people will pick and choose. You know, like I said, he should be able to compete anywhere. Which now, I think, you know, the IFBB in Australia, Tony's organisation, don't hold against you if you compete somewhere else, which is good. So that's how it should be, because if Tony was to have a show on one weekend, or the IFBB in Sydney has one and NABBA has one the following weekend, like I said, if you love competing, why not go and compete as much as you can to get as much experience as you can without the fear of, oh, if I go here and compete, I'm going to get suspended or I won't place well next time I do another show. Whereas, NABBA doesn't care. If you want to compete somewhere else, good luck to you, It's just, like I said, if you put on a good show, they're going to come back no matter what. If they have a great experience, they're going to come back, and that's how it should be. Now with NABBA's kicking off again, sure, you're going to get people go, well, what are they going to do here? What are they going to do there? Some might wait back to see how it goes, but I think eventually we'll get momentum again. It's like anything starting off new, How many new car companies come to Australia? People go, oh, I don't know about that car company, but over the years they're like, wow, that's a great car. Now more people buy them. So it's like anything new that comes out, people will be a bit wary and maybe question, oh, is it going to go anywhere? But with NABBA, until COVID come along, we're planning on sending at least 15 or 16 people to the universe and stuff like that. But now with COVID, this year maybe the universe won't be on the tables, maybe because sure, we could probably send them, but then who wants to be sent over there? Sure, you get your trip paid for, but then coming home, going into quarantine for 2 weeks. So even the Lee Priest Classic this year is sort of like, should we do it? Shouldn't we? We're going to go ahead and do it. But then, you're still risking the numbers turning up because some people can get access to gyms, some can train at home. And I guess in the back of their mind, they're thinking, is it going to be on, is it not going to be on? And if you're prepping for a show, you've got to be 100% focused. There can't be any, well, say if I get halfway there, then they cancel the show, or if I put all this time and effort into it, because it does take a lot of time and energy, mentally and physically, to get ready for a show. You don't want to say, yes, we're having it, then a month before say it's off, then all these people go, oh, well, screw you now, type thing. So, you are sort of playing that gamble. But as far as everything's going right now, the Lee Priest Classic's on, so we just hope that, people that want to do it will turn out and do it and have a good experience.
Absolutely. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, really, Lee. It's about providing a stage for people who put the effort in, and it's wonderful to see that the new generation of bodybuilding, particularly in Australia, is it's more open, and there's no grudges held regardless of what association or federation you belong to. We just want to be able to put on a good show for people and look after our adults.
Maybe this time too with COVID, maybe having a show put on might just give people something to aim for, because I know a lot of people being in lockdown, some people are out of jobs and this and that, or just part-time work now, and they're just sort of wandering around like zombies. What can I do? So maybe if they want to do a show, at least it gives them something to focus on and have their mind set on something else, rather than just thinking about COVID and what's going to be locked down. So training, dieting, going out doing cardio gets you out there in the fresh air and makes you feel good when you start looking good. So hopefully people get on the bandwagon and compete. So
and I think from the feedback that we've had so far with people registering online on our website, pre-registering for the show, they're starting to flow in, and some greats are coming back. Some new people are hearing about NABBA in Australia again.
I can see it now. If only 20 people turn up, Lee Priest sucks. Look at him. Only 20 people turned up to his show.
Well, I kind of think that there should be a lot more than that. I think there's a lot of people.
If only 20 turn up, I might turn up and do it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think people
I can do half bodybuilding, half physique.
People will turn up in droves just to see you on stage. So. Who knows, but
I will be on stage mopping it.
we can give you a mop and bucket. Absolutely. Just in terms of the Lee Priest Classic, the Lee Priest Classic is due on the 24th, and where possible we will send a team if the universe does proceed. If not, we're looking at rewarding all our athletes accordingly. How about we would say, would we reward our athletes who win the Lee Priest Classic by giving them a bye from a state championship straight into a national championship, whichever one they choose next year?
I think so.
Do you think that would be wise?
Yeah, I think so. If they turn up and do it, and if they were good enough to have gone to the universe but can't go to the universe, it's almost just like a qualification. So that way, the following year, you can skip your state title and just go straight to the national.
Well, let's look after our athletes, eh?
Exactly.
Let's do that.
I can't see anyone complaining about it, because if they've taken the time and effort to do the show this year, and like I said, if things were normal in the world, they would have been going to the universe. So due to COVID and that, they're missing out on the universe, which they could have gone to. So that'll take the pressure off them next year that, I was good enough this year to go to the universe, rather than have to prepare for a state show and then the nationals. just go your best at the nationals, and
they can pick
if you look good again, you're off to the universe.
Yeah, and they can pick which one. So there'll be a national qualifier that goes to the world in the first half of the year,
and then a national qualifier,
the universe in the second half of the year. All that sounds pretty good. I think we can do that. Absolutely. Let's look after them. So where do you see...
And you get a photo with me.
Oh, there you go. You heard it first here.
Shit, I think we just lost competitors. You get a photo with Thomas.
But tell us about where you see NABBA going forward. You know, have you got a vision? Have we got a vision for it? You know, what are your thoughts around NABBA, and what would you like? How would you like it to be seen in Australia?
I just wanted to be seen as, you know, a good organisation where people go and have a great experience. Mainly, it's like, you know, I've competed since I was the age of 13, all through different organisations, pro divisions. Even some of the pro shows were horribly run. You had no respect backstage, nothing, not even a bottle of water. So I think the main thing is just treating the athletes with respect, and being an athlete myself, knowing what they want backstage. So whether it's water, whether it's drinks, at the night show, at the finals, have candies, have pizza back there for the ones that come off stage and stuff like that, just to just make it like a good experience for all of them. And I'm not going to be the type too where I've been to some shows where they wouldn't let you have your training partner backstage to help you, because like if you're training with someone for a show, you're comfortable with that person, they've been looking at you, so you want someone who can relax you. Backstage can be nerve-wracking for first timers, and to have no one back there to help you, you've got to have this stranger put your tan on, put oil on, or find someone to pump up. You just want to have someone that you've trained with, or know, a family member or a friend who can come back, talk to you, keep you calm, help you pump up, put your oil on and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of shows, no, you can't have anyone backstage, and to me it's like, you know what, they come this far, why stress them out the last half hour? Because then you see people coming from backstage out front, how am I looking? It's okay, then they go back and do it. It's like, just, you know, especially as I said, it's got to be a good experience for them where there's no stress, there's no hassles, it's just a good experience where they know everything's there ready for them, pumping up, food later, water, stuff like that. Someone they can talk to, have someone back there to get photos with them and stuff like that. So, you know, just take all the stress out of everything. So they're just there to compete and have a good time.
Yeah, that's excellent. You know, as a previous retired and now retired competitive bodybuilder, I really get that, and I'm sure our athletes that are thinking about coming to Olympics.
Well, you would have found that too. You know, back in the day when you were competing with Noah. How was
absolutely.
How was it like pumping up with?
No, it was good. Yeah, it was good. Building the ark. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was good. It was wonderful.
Tom's been around a long time.
Absolutely a long time. Absolutely a long time. So, in terms of our show that's coming up on the 24th, I mean, certainly there's a case.
And it is the 24th Saturday. Someone did write to me and go, Lee, don't you know the 24th is a Sunday? I'm like, no, it's a Saturday. I even checked my calendar 5 times to make sure. So that's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday, and then you can have the Sunday off. But we'll do whatever we can to bring the show. Of course, there's going to be some COVID restrictions, and we'll work around that as best we can, even if we have to even find another venue that's easier for people to come and see the show. We're even thinking perhaps of having cheaper tickets so people can come and see their family members, and leave and watch it on a big screen outside of the auditorium. So these are some of the ideas we're thinking about. And we just want to, I guess, put it out there to people to say, you know, if you're going to put the hard work in, we're going to look after you, and we're going to reward you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I guess for our first video, we've covered a lot of things. But I guess we would like to ask our audience to subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
NABBA Australia YouTube channel. Don't forget our website, www.nabbaoz.com.au, and our Facebook page, NABBA Oz. One word?
Oz.
O-Z. And I guess for today we're done, but thanks very much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's come back in a week or so and talk some more about NABBA.
Sounds good. Also too, if you have any questions, feel free to annoy Tom with the questions. He'll pass them on to me and I'll say, get stuff, Tom, and that's how it goes here. That's why you have a VP.
No worries. Well, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that. Okay, see you guys. We'll catch up with you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Cheers.
And train hard.
And train hard, yeah.